700 episodes of Legos Island. We made it to another milestone, everybody! Woo! However, it's actually not just the 700th episode of Legos Island today. Oh no! There's something else November 10th is known for today. It's also the 4-year anniversary of the campsite. With that being said, yes, welcome to the 700th episode plus Camp Island 2022 to celebrate the 4-year anniversary of the campsite. On this day, 4 years ago, in 2018, the campsite was opened. It is now 4 years later, on Thursday, November 10th, 2022, and somehow we are still celebrating this every single year. I definitely know we're going to be doing it again next year for 5 years, but I'm not sure after that point. Because do we really need to do this every year? I can understand for the actual world of Legos Island. I can understand doing that like every year. As for these actual areas, I'm not sure what to do with them in terms of their anniversaries after maybe like 5 years. Anyway, point is, normally every year when we do these Camp Island videos, I always start on the login screen. No, sorry, the title screen of Minecraft. No, I'm just thinking of CBPSs. Oh yeah, give me suggestions for CBPSs, by the way, now that we're down to only one CBPS temporarily. With that being said, now since this is a milestone episode, yeah, if things get crazy, let's get started. Oh, also, a little side warning, if my voice does sound a little, dead, yeah, you know exactly why. Watch the update video from November 10th, 2022, if you want a better explanation. So yeah, if my voice does sound a little dead, like right now, yeah. You can go to that update video to find out why. If you have already watched that update video and came here, then yeah, you know exactly what I mean. Just thought I'd give you a heads up. Now, I could have waited till the morning till my voice sounded a bit better, but come on, I film these videos every year on this exact same day. And it's also tradition that these always are filmed extremely late at night, like very close to midnight. So this is the 4th year in a row that I am filming it potentially this late at night. I am not surprised at this point. It has been tradition since 2019. Now, 2018's I think was filmed in the afternoon because holy frick, the island was way smaller. So yeah, it's mainly tradition. We film these every year this late. We're specifically speaking Camp Island here, not the milestone episode. Speaking of which, as you can see, we have a 700 here. Yeah, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? You know, we should really get Rose Crystal back on this island at some point. Not tonight, considering how freaking late it is. And secondly, we normally do the Camp Island videos by myself. But mainly, it's because of how freaking late it is. She isn't even asleep. I think she's like still awake, actually, which is quite surprising. Anyway, yeah. This is episode 700 right here. We have the 700 episode cake. You may notice it is actually one of the biggest cakes we've ever had in terms of how many cakes are actually on the table here. Oh yes, before I forget, we have Camp Island 2022 plus 700th episode party from November 10th to the 15th. Speaking of which, this is the first Camp Island since the first ever one in 2018 to go for 5 days. As literally 5 days after this party is Operation Blackout on November 15th. Just to be clear. Alright, let's get started, guys. Of course, before we go to the campsite, and this is going to be kind of breaking tradition after a few years, we're not going to go to the campsite immediately in this video. No, again, this is a milestone episode. So we have to do something else first. Let's start off by collecting the 700th episode hat right here. Let's pick it up and put it on. And that is the 700th episode hat. I know. How the heck have we already made it to this many episodes? Yes. If you are watching this in the playlist, yep, you can clearly see what episode number this is. It is episode 700 in the playlist. If you are watching this from the playlist, then yeah. Yeah, this indeed be it. That better be the last time I bring that up. I really hope, and not jinx myself later. Alright, with that being said, so that's basically it for this. Now, the port actually looks pretty sweet for the 700th episode party. Mainly, this party is mainly consisted of Camp Island. But there are a few 700 episode aspects in this party as well. Trust me, I got you covered here if you were curious. Oh wait, I always do for these milestone parties. Last one we had was like in February, on February 4th, which was the same day the Winter 2022 Olympics began. Dear God. Those were fun times. I also hope you guys loved the color scheme I went with this party. I tried making it as beautiful as possible, you may notice. And I truly accomplished. I truly think I truly accomplished here. And yes, the candles on top can clearly explain that. Yes, I went through a variety of colors instead of just 2. To finally change things up for once, aka 7 colors, as a reference to 700. And yes, these are the camp banners for the year, which we'll get to eventually. Not in this video, because they unlock on a later day. Frick, I never actually put anything up for what days these unlock. But you should probably know them by now, considering it's yearly. Anyway, apart from that, the only other thing we have in this room, which I'll get back to this room later to showcase it for Camp Island, let's make our way to the campsite next. Before we do though, you may notice it has this. And I forgot to add cakes here. 1 second. Give me a second to fix that. Yeah, honestly, that makes more sense. I forgot to do something. That being this. Alright, now we can go to the campsite. There we go. Okay, yeah, again, for real this time, we can actually go to the campsite. Just need to do that first. God dang it, I never put anything up there. In terms of cakes, but I don't think anyone will genuinely care. Anyway, so it says 4th anniversary, so let's make our way here. We'll just make our way there to the campsite. We're just going to fly all the way to the campsite right here. And it is back to a more traditional design as compared to last year where it was the ranch design. Yeah, this year we went back to a more traditional design. Anyway, with that being said, as you may notice, the campsite is really decorated here. What do you think? Comment down below. This was actually the last room I decorated. Yeah, what a surprise, actually. No, seriously, that should actually be a surprise to a lot of you, including myself, actually. Holy frick. This was literally the last room I decorated prior to filming. I'm not even joking. No, it was not the last thing I did prior to filming. Oh, no. That was putting in all the items. As for rooms, yeah, this was the last one. You'd think that would have been done first. You'd think. And then again, you realized it was a milestone party as well. Outside of that, yeah, that's how it looks. Looks beautiful. It looks extremely beautiful. And yes, I do know we did forget to get a few dogs, but we'll do that right after this, as I just wanted to showcase this first before we jump into everything else, and then I forget later. And yes, this is indeed where we claim the campsite 4th anniversary hat. Let's put that on, as that is technically the actual main objective of the day. And that's how it looks. What are your thoughts on this hat? I know, looks pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. You may also notice that the number 4 is actually on top of this hat. I decided to change things up so it isn't a complete copy and paste of previous years. Comment down below if you like that. Yep, I tried finally doing something different. And I hope you love it. I truly feel appreciative of this. Alright, let's move on, because we got a lot to do in this video. Yeah, we got a lot to do in this video, which means I need to go through these a little quickly. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the campsite? We're not going to be coming back here for the rest of the video. Psych! There's actually more than one item here. The HQ Expedition banner. How long did it take you guys to notice that that was back there? I'm going to assume probably not immediately, considering look how freaking hidden it is back there, especially for it being a banner. Yeah, that's right. We already have our secondary milestone item already. Yep. We already have that banner that dang quickly. And outside of the campsite and 700th episode hat, those are the only 2 items that technically were daily items. As the rest of these milestone items, we can just collect instantly. The Camp Island items, however, yeah, we have to wait all 5 days of this party to be able to get everything. And that's going to be kind of weird, considering... Yeah, it's going to probably take more than 5 days for everything to unlock, as it's only like 1 per day. So I'm pretty sure 2 items are probably going to come out on the same day. Guess what that means? Camp Cap releases also on this same day to make up for that. Alright, so now that we got the campsite over with, let's finally move on to the port for real this time, or I show you the rest of it. Alright, so here's the port, guys. So, for real this time, outside of the 700 episode decorations, you may notice there is a bit of a fall theme. And this actually looks really sweet. Now, why did I do this? I don't know, it felt cool. And I truly like this. Oh, I also did this in celebration of the milestone as well, because I thought it would look cool. I also did this because I also thought it would look cool. Now that I think about it. There we go. Actually, no, that already looked cool already. Yeah, that makes more sense. Alright. So outside of, again, the 700 episode celebration, yeah, it looks all fall themed. So that's pretty cool. We even have some campfires next to the hat. So that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, prepare to see these all over the party, by the way. These specifically. Oh yeah, they're all over the place. Oh, and also these free item bins. Okay, some items may not have them, and that's probably because I had to place a lot of them last minute. Alright, so outside of that, this is again what it looks like. I used the packed mud because, well, I needed to have another camp themed path somewhere. I think the year prior it was rooted dirt, basically like this. Then I think the year prior it was like soul soil. And then I think the year prior it was like this. And then 2018 it was just like the normal path. Aside from that, that's it for the port. So we can actually finally get out of here after like a few minutes. So yeah, that's it, guys. Let's move on to the cave now, where we're gonna go collect our third and final item, at least related to daily items. As the rest, after this point, for the rest of the video, we can just get instantly. Before doing that, however, we have to do the balcony. And this is also where I'm finally gonna choose a dog for the episode. Let's see who we get for episode 700. River and Lucky. Okay, let's go ahead and, yeah, let's go get those guys. So, I'll do that real quick. Alright, I got those two. So now we are going to, go toward the cave in there. Before we do that, this is the balcony. Now, why are there campfires everywhere, you're probably wondering? I don't know. I just felt like they looked like cool decoration. That isn't the only place I took advantage of them, though. Yeah, I did it to the cave as well. You're about to see what I mean in a few seconds. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the balcony? I'm trying to change the color of this every year for Camp Island. I remember last year we did the normal birch wood that would normally be here when the island has no events. So yeah. Oh yeah, we are 2 minutes away till midnight. I already knew that that was gonna happen. 18 minutes into the video, dang. Anyway, let's do this. I told you I wasn't joking. Here's the cave, guys. Also, actually, I forgot to get an item in the dog park because there's actually a few in there. Specifically, behind Heart is actually the Splash Potion of Healing. And this is from the Valentine's Day party of 2022. As this occurred right after the 600th episode. Like, literally a week after. Apart from that, here is the cave for this party. You may notice, we have another tent here. Yes. For the first time in around, I want to say like 2 years, this is available on day 1. Here is the camp cap. And that's how it looks. What do you guys think? Alright. So. This is the cave. For, Camp Island 2022. Normally I collect these items in order for the milestone items, so we'll be coming back here last. Actually, that is actually not the last item. Anyway. Well, I almost thought my bed wasn't there for a second. Alright. So we have a few campfires here. That's pretty cool. And, anyway. Yeah. This looks amazing. Don't you think? You know, now that I think about it, I probably, and I mean probably, should have put down days of when these would have unlocked. Let me do that real quick. Alright, that is done. Only maybe it took like 2 minutes. Or maybe more, considering the time difference. Anyway, we can actually claim the November 11th item now, considering it is actually November 11th now. It's now Friday, November 11th, 2022. So we can actually go claim that item now, actually. Also, yes, how long did it take you guys to notice that you actually have to go to tents around the island to collect all of these items? That is a new aspect exclusive to this party, and I may bring it back in later years if you guys are interested, if you guys actually like the concept. Now, what normally were the 3 item bins for these have now been replaced by the 700 episode bins. I mean, I had to come up with something else after realizing we were hitting a milestone on this day. Technically, now it ain't that day anymore, but I already expected that to happen anyway. Now, if it was just Camp Island that we were setting up today, oh yeah, this video would have been out way sooner. And that's actually serious. Thank God that's next year. Finally, after like 2 years. After like, no, sorry, 3 years as of next year. Thank God it'll be back to finally just only Camp Island. Holy frick, thank God. Because this is the 2nd year in a row that it's being merged with another event. Good Lord, thank God next year it'll be back to just Camp Island. And hopefully, after 5 years, it'll actually be out on the right day. That would be nice. Let's see if we can make that happen in a year. Clear! No, but actually, let's get back to the actual point. I'm just gonna stop messing around. That's it for the, cave. So, we're actually gonna make our way down to the November 11th item in the outside of the lodge. Oh yes, we have this item, but remember, I want to collect all these items in the order that we got them. Like all past milestone events, to keep up with tradition. Since it is already November 11th, we can actually go in here and claim the Camp 2022 shirt. Let's put it on and replace the Elytra. We're not going to be able to take this off until November 15th for Operation Blackout. Now, I also will show you 3 item room 17 in this video. Now, why is that? Because I did a massive update to it. In fact, the last time you saw it, there was nothing in there. Now there is. Which can also maybe explain why this video is out later than usual. Yeah. A small portion of why. You'll know what I mean later. I'll show you at the end of the video, because if we do it now, it's just going to waste time. And it would cut out all the interesting stuff. Anyway, now that we got that over with, here is the outside of the lodge. You may notice it actually looks really different compared to previous years. In fact, let's place down a pumpkin. Right here. Looks really nice. And here too. And why not, for the heck of it, here too. I mean, I have to put them somewhere. Alright, now that we have that over with, yeah, let's move on. Alright, so now that we got that over with, yeah, that's how it looks, and it looks beautiful. And yes, I did put this here just because it looks pretty. As if we already didn't have an awesome milestone cake over there. I thought I'd put these here just because I thought they look pretty. Prepare to also see these around here, much like these. Oh, and maybe some of these. Although I think this is actually the only area I put them in. And yes, like over here, I did update these as well to match the milestone colors. Attention to detail, anyone? No, like seriously. You guys know me for that. Mostly. Actually, is that serious? Actually, I should know that by now. I still like that I changed up a lot of these rooms so it isn't a complete copy and paste of previous years. Although I do change up these rooms every year to make sure they are not copy and pastes of the previous year. They may look the same every year, just recolored, and maybe just a few small differences. But you may notice this time around, it actually looks a bit different. With a milestone party alongside it, you can clearly see all the differences. And I really love that. This fence actually wasn't here before, and this fence wasn't here either. You may notice there are a minor ton of differences, which I love. This is from the construction, actually. And I think this fence used to be right here in the construction, but I moved it just to make it a little more interesting. So what are your thoughts? On this 700 as well, and also the beacons. And that could also explain why this banner is featured here, because of these lights. Anyway, Lodge inside is not decorated as usual. It's normally never decorated, for some reason, in these events. So let's move on. Going to the blacksmith shop, we have a combination between 700 episodes and, of course, Camp Island. Oh wait, that's basically all these rooms. Except for ones that I normally never decorate for Camp Island. Like the resort, for example. Which we will get to very, very, very soon. Yeah, I know I just showed you a bit of the room there, but that's nothing compared to what it actually looks like. We'll get there later. No, theme park is not updated. Aside from me putting in a few items there, though. Anyway, despite this, let's see now. We'll collect that later because I want to collect them in order. Anyway, aside from that, what are your thoughts on this? And yes, I know, this actually looks really pretty when you think about it. Going in here? Oh! I knew something felt wrong in here. Yeah, I knew something felt wrong in here. Alright. Oh! Speaking of in here, actually, that's how it looks. The only other difference is this. Aside from that, yeah, it just looks really beautiful. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, it just looks so beautiful. I love it. Alright, back to it. So over here, though, on this side, we actually have this. We can't get the item until November 12th, but it's pretty clear what's actually in there. Yeah, I just showed you a sneak peek of the item, but it's pretty clear what's in there. But yeah, we are not able to get that item until November 12th. Fun fact, there will actually be an episode that day. And November 14th as well. Originally, there wasn't even going to be one on November 14th because I didn't think this event was going to be extended. But now that it is, Yeah, there will be one that day. Holy frick, I just realized there's gonna be like a Legos Out episode for like 5 days straight. Holy frick. Dang, I just realized that actually. At least after that, after the 18th, it'll be back to every 2 days starting the 20th. So that'll be good. And that's really good for me. Since we don't want a repeat of last year where there was a Legos Island episode every day for like over a month, for nearly 2 months. Thank God that's not back this year. Aside from that, oh yeah, this is updated back here too, because why not? I tried going a little bit more with a fall theme, because why not, despite it not being fall everywhere in the world, but at least for me, it is, at the time that this event's going on. Also, I needed to do something at least slightly different from previous years, so it isn't, again, a complete copy and paste. So that can explain why all this is here. And it truly can explain. Anyway. And yes, you can sleep in any of these tents. Oh, speaking of which, for the last few years, there have always been tents back here. This year around, no. And no, unlike last year, the Target and Bell game did not get taken out of the lodge. There was no reason to, as it would be a copy and paste of last year's event if I did that. I could have moved them to different spots, but again, it would have looked like a copy and paste of last year's event if I decided to do that again. So I just remained them in the lodge. Plus also, it would require even more work for me to do, as if this event wasn't already enough. Heck, I'm even staying up late when I shouldn't to even film this video. And I mean when I shouldn't be up. You bet I'm getting tons of hours of sleep after this. And I am actually going to do that. Because holy frick, I need it, knowing me right now. Aside from that, what are your thoughts on the blacksmith shop? Let's finally get out of here. I apologize for being here so long. Don't worry, let's get out of here and actually make our way to the resort. And I told you it was going to be cool. Yeah. Look how freaking cool this is. The item here, I'll have to come back for later. As it's actually one of the Legos Island summer items. Anyway, here is the resort for the 700th episode party. And this is actually the first room exclusive to the 700th episode party, which is awesome. Yes, the first one, finally, that is not a Camp Island room. Alright. So that's how it looks. What are your thoughts on this room? Comment down below and tell me what you guys think of this room. I know, it does not need to look this pretty, but I did it just because I freaking love this thing. What do I mean by that? I freaking love making everything look just beautiful. Oh, you freaking bet that Christmas event will be in around 3 weeks. Oh, that event is probably going to be my all-time favorite Christmas event of the year. Hands down when you guys see it on December 1st. I know I keep bringing that up, but there's a reason. Holy frick, way too excited to make that. It's really awesome that it's only a few weeks away as of recording this video. And actually, what episode number is that actually going to be? Actually, speaking of which, let's actually have ourselves a look real quick. Should not take me long to actually find that out. One second. Just gotta go to where I found it. Alright. We have, found it, guys. And that episode is gonna be episode 713. Now, if I did not add an episode on November 14th, that would have been episode 712. But because I'm adding that extra episode, episode 713. Oh, I also just found out when episode 800 is going to be filmed. And just going to be in general. Thank you so much, CoolCat33, for actually finding that out. Memorial Day 2023. Yeah, that's right. Memorial Day 2023 is episode 800. He just figured that out now. Dude, that's beautiful. That's exactly what I predicted. Dang, we both got it right. Dang, we're good. Dude, that's seriously awesome. I predicted it, and then he just found out randomly. Holy frick, man. We actually got it right. Holy frick. That's insane. Yeah, episode 800 on Memorial Day. Dude, that's gonna be freaking awesome. Dude, I have to do something big for that now. Dude, that's so cool. As if Memorial Day 2021 and 22 wasn't already cool enough. Yeah, looks like for the third year in a row. Holy frick. Dude, we have to do something really epic for the third year in a row. Dude, that's gonna be so freaking good. Now, granted, can't go to the theme park yet, seeing as there's items there that I can't get till later. So what I'm gonna do now is make my way up to the Pet Cemetery Mountain. But first, before riding the minecart, I need to show you these rooms. Here is the first small mountain. As you can see, this is how it looks. And it looks beautiful. It truly does, actually. As you can see, this is how it looks. And I freaking love it. Holy frick, 12:23. I'm not gonna lie to you, I should not be up right now. Especially with the way I'm feeling. Why do I do this to myself? Well, granted, prior to this day, how was I supposed to know that I was gonna look like this? Or just feel like this? Yeah, how was I supposed to know? A few days prior. Anyway. Yeah. This is how it looks. And it actually looks really beautiful. But actually, I want to add a pumpkin. There we go. That actually looks really cool. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that actually looks really nice. Yeah, I actually like that. Actually, one more just for the heck of it. Yeah! That makes way more sense. I guess. Okay, last one for real this time. And to prove that, there you go. Dude, that just looks so freaking good. Okay, now that I've shown you that, let's go to the second small mountain, which we do have a free item, but we can't claim it until we get a few other items, which we will get when we get up there. Frick me, I forgot about one item we were actually supposed to get while we were down here. I just remembered now. Pi Day 2022 banner. Okay, now we can actually claim the next item. Alright. Let's go up there and claim it. But before we can do that, we have to do this. As you can see, this is what it looks like. And yes, after many years of just being a mini tent, it's actually a full-on tent now. Yeah, you probably didn't see that one coming. Yeah, you were probably expecting the mini tent again, just tan. Just because of the tan theme you've been seeing going here. I wanted to take you guys to notice that. Alright, so, yeah. Let's get back to it. So, yeah, as you guys can see, we do have another item here. As I explained earlier, we're not able to get it until we can get a item over there. And then we actually do have to go down to the theme park to get another item. And then we can claim this. Because I want to do them in the order that we got them. Like past milestones, as I explained earlier. Hopefully, again, that's the last time I bring that up. Yeah, I hope you guys love the design here. It actually looks really beautiful. And yes, like I said, do not be surprised if you see a ton more of these later. Because again, they're all over the dang place. But there's actually more decoration here than you thought. Yeah, there's these too. Yep, this is a little staircase down here, because why not? Same can be said for this. I know. Looks so good. I know. I just love what I made here. Okay, now we can actually ride the railroad. And I mean for real this time, we can actually ride the railroad. So let's do that real quick. Hopefully none of these two dogs get in my way, and almost one of them did. It's actually kind of funny because we're almost already done with all the rooms actually. Yeah, you may not think that, but we are actually almost done with all the rooms. But yeah, here is the Pet Cemetery Mountain. And this is actually where we claim our next item. Let me just go in here and get it real quick. You gotta be freaking kidding me. I have to go get it. Alright, that is done. So, yeah, it's St. Patrick's Day 2022 banner. Anyway, we'll come back in here in a second. Alright. Pet Cemetery Mountain. This is how it looks. And it actually looks really beautiful. So what are your thoughts? I honestly did not think it was going to look this beautiful when I finished. Anyway. What are your thoughts? Comment down below and tell me what you think. Because, it looks beautiful. Anyway. Aside from that. Man, there's just so much to take in here. I mean, seriously. First off, we have this unlocking on the 13th. Which, you already can probably guess. I'll still do the last one as well, just for no reason. Dang, man. These look so good. And technically, these are little staircases as well, because why not? And yes, we have the beacons here to represent the colors of the milestone party. Which, we have to come back for these later, as it is not required yet, because we still have to get a few other items beforehand. Oh, I may as well put that on while we're here. Oh yeah, I should probably feed him. And yes, I did clear my inventory, you can clearly see. Let me do the same to him. Frick! Frick! We gotta feed him. We still don't need that guy. Not for like another, like, 13 days. So, get out of here. Not for another 13 days. Yeah, not for another 13 days. Seriously, there is way too much here to take in. And yes, there is a 700 made out of pumpkins, because I thought that would be kind of funny. Or not. Comment down below if you think it is. Aside from that, yeah, that's basically all there has to be said about the mountain design. We can actually head inside there now, because there's not actually that much in there, when you really think about it. Seriously though, this looks way too dang good. Yeah, there is a reason that I got this event out late. It's because I worked on just this entire masterpiece. And no, not this room specifically. No, the entire island. You can tell there is way more detail here compared to last year and years prior. So yeah. You know, now that I think about it, I may as well go take back a look back at the previous camp islands, now that I think about it. Because now this just makes me want to go look back at the rest. Now that we're doing Camp Island. Makes me want to go look back at the rest. Not in an actual look back video. And I don't think I actually explained what we were doing on Friday in the update video for look back video. It is the Clubbing and Forever videos, because that game is gone now. Now there's only 2 of them, so it's going to be really short. Now if I joined the game a lot earlier, there would have been a whole lot more. But that's what I get for joining super late in his life. So, rip me. Hey, at least makes the look back video a bit shorter. Instead of maybe like 1 to 2 hours long. Holy frick. Thank God. I don't have to go to that extent. Unlike most of them. Alright, no, seriously, back to the point. Yeah. So, that's it for out here. Let's move on. So, in here's a bit different. The tents are still here from previous years. But, there are a few differences. Banners, for example, are different. The logs here are a bit different. And there's actually now 2 campfires instead of 1. And that's the only differences. Up there is not updated, nor is down there. So we can actually just get out of here, since there's not really much, aside from that item actually being available down there. Yep, aside from that one item being available, there is no other reason to be in here. Anyway. Damn, they both came out here right as I did. You don't see that every day. Well, we can actually head back down to the, blacksmith shop. Because we actually have an item to pick up, because we've already claimed all items prior to it being available. And that's the boss costume. 1 out of 2 for 2022 from April Fool's this past April. The one that went on for way longer than it should have. You probably remember that, actually, don't ya? Actually, comment down below if you do. Because that shows how long you've been a part of this series. So now we can actually head down to the theme park now, for real this time. As actually there is one banner down there that I need to go showcase. And that's right here, in the medieval park, which is not updated. But there is one banner that is. Ta-da! Easter 2022 medieval banner. Hey, I had to put one in here somewhere. I had to put one medieval banner in here somewhere. So now that we did that, we can actually make our way back up to the Two Small Mountains and claim this Earth Day banner. And now, because of that, we can now also go over here and now finally claim this item, the Operation Allied 2022 shoes. Let's put those on. And yes, don't worry, I do have a set of pants to go alongside all of this armor. Trust me, I got you covered here. Let's also put on this banner. And there we go. Alright. Now then, we can also actually head back over to the outside of the lodge and go claim the Festival of Lights banners now. Let's go ahead and start clearing out my inventory a bit. Oh, I think it's raining outside now again in real life, isn't it? Ah, never mind, it's just sprinkling. Let's claim that Festival of Lights banner. Nice. And now we can make our way back over to the resort and claim that summer banner. There we go. Summer 2022 banner. I actually kind of lied when I said the theme park wasn't actually updated. Because, yeah, I kind of lied, didn't I? Sorry about that. Yeah, I kind of lied there. I apologize. Apparently there is one room that is updated, which is the Prehistoric Park. Yep, you can see where this is going. And like the original, you cannot fall in the lava. Otherwise, you have to start over. Although I already broke that rule, but this doesn't matter since it's not the original event. So what the heck is even the point of the challenge? Going in here, we have the Volcanic Summer 2022 banner. And this was back when the island was turned into a volcanic island disaster by Master Evil Anchors and Evil Cluck this past summer in Legos Island Summer 2022. Dear God, that was one heck of a summer. Comment down below if you remember any of that I just mentioned. The next item we're going to need to find is here in the recreated Thousand Islands. Going all the way over here is the New York Summer 2022 banner, which we can pick up right there. Now, you may notice this is not updated. Only a free item. Why is this? I just never added decks here. I apologize. I just wasn't thinking about doing that. Next up, right here, we have the Go Horn, aka still find that hilarious. And after a few months. And with that being said, let's move on to the next item. And no, like where we just were, this is not updated. Aside from the fact that I still need to chase the trees back and that garden back, but I'll do that after this party. Hopefully, the next item required us to go back to the theme park. So, the Fair 2022 pants are here. Remember how I said there would be some pants we would collect later on. And, well, I wasn't wrong. the next two items actually require us to go down to the village, which is actually where we were going to head anyway. But yeah, the next two items actually do require us going down here, which is nice, because it is the last place we have to go to in this video. Mostly. And this is how it looks. Yep, it looks freaking beautiful. I know. First off, did not need to go in this insane. Look who you're watching. You're watching the one person. The one person that goes absolutely insane with their events. On basically this world and all the other worlds, including the backyard. Oh yeah, speaking of which, many hours away now until I get to film the next episode. And no, not early morning, because holy frick, I need a lot of sleep. Yeah. Anyway, apart from that, thank God this is the last few rooms I have to showcase, because holy frick, not only am I really tired from working on this all day, but desperately need some sleep to recover again. That's serious, you can probably tell why. Yeah, thank God this is the last few rooms I have to showcase in this party. Alright, so, yeah. Just to be clear, I just added a few extra rooms, such as the two houses being updated for the 700 episode party. As there was mainly only like one room that was exclusive to this party, which was like the resort. That was actually featuring decorations. So I decided to add a few extra. Anyway, yeah, village looks awesome. You can probably tell it actually does. Seriously, look how freaking awesome this is. If this doesn't look really awesome, I don't know what is. Anyway, clothes shop is not updated. I wasn't thinking of updating it anyway, but now I probably should have. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the village? I know. And this is also the last time you're going to be seeing one of these in this video. I told you they're everywhere. Oh, I may have forgotten to put banners in here. Which I did. So, rip me. That's all I need to do. Aside from that, holy frick, village looks amazing for this party. You can clearly tell I merged the two parties well. Seriously, I truly think I did a good job. And yes, I only added the red sand just for no reason. Because also I find it looked cool. The last item in the Camp Island party unlocks November 14th. You already could probably tell what was in there. Frick me. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. With that being said, yeah. Oh, and yes, you probably actually just saw that, didn't you? The slime shield. Put that on. And if you remember, that's how it looked during Operation Slime. Comment down below if you remember that. Because that was like nearly 2 months ago at the time. Dear God, how has it been that long already? Feels like it just happened. Oh, and actually, before we continue, we actually have one other item here. The Fall 2022 hat. Let's put that on. And if you remember, that's how it looked back in the day. Which was actually available when Operation Slime was ongoing. Not when the shield was available. Actually, it was, but the shield didn't come available until like the last day of Operation Slime. Or I think maybe like the day prior to the last day. I don't know. I'll have to go check. Aside from that, yeah. Dang, man. It looks so good. So dang good. For decorations. Truly did a good job. Dude, I just did so good this year. With Camp Island. I truly did do a good job. And I'm proud of it. And, well, now we can finally move on to the inside rooms and finally be done with this tour. After not secretly realizing there's still 2 other items we still need to collect, which are the last 2 items in this party, which are not located here. Remember the zombie egg earlier in the cave? Yeah, we can go collect that now, but not until after we're done with this. I just need to show you guys how freaking epic this is. First, before doing that. Seriously, did not need to look this good. But I did anyway. Just because I freaking love doing these things. Alright, no, seriously, let's actually, get inside this time. Here is, of course, the coffee shop, which is always known as the mess hall during these events. I changed it to red because I think I said last year I was going to do that. I even predicted last year that we could have potentially done a red theme. However, I also said that that would have been a little too Christmas themed, which I was right. So that's why I didn't do it here. But I definitely remember predicting that last year. And no, unfortunately, it did not come. The only thing I did get right, however, was this being red. I had to keep one of those predictions in there. So I changed it to tan instead, because honestly, it makes a little more sense. But if you'd like me to do red alongside green, feel free to comment down below. Who knows if I'll do it next year, though. Yeah. That's the coffee shop for Camp Island. And that looks so good. We still got 3 more rooms to showcase. Oh, also, I did fix the path here. Because, I got it incorrect. It was actually right here when I changed everything back. Apparently, it was supposed to be, like, right here where it is now. When changing everything back from Legos Island Halloween, accidentally misplaced that path. So now it's back to its right spot. Oh, we can't go in there yet because we still have to go to the library. The last Camp Island themed room. And yeah, I'm not even joking, this is. Anyway. Yep, the last Camp Island room. There is literally no more after this. It's over. And yep, that's it for Camp Island. Lastly, we have 2 milestone rooms. As you can see, that's how they look. I know, look beautiful. We have a 7 here for 700. That's really nice. And the final room in this party is right over here. Oh, wait, why can't we get in there for a second? That's because I kept jumping onto the beacons. And also this shield. Dang. Alright, no, seriously though, this is the last room in the event. It would have been the library if I didn't add those 2 extra rooms that we're in now. But I find I need to add a few extra milestone rooms, because, like, It makes sense. Anyway, this is how they look. And it looks beautiful. And that's it for every single room in this party. Aside from 2 other items I still need to go get. So, let me go show you those real quick. And then I'm finally freaking done. Alright, remember earlier you saw the zombie spawn egg here in the cave. And, well, now we can collect it. This is an obvious reference to the zombie apocalypse that we just went through during Legos Island Halloween 2022. Which was the most recent event that had ended as of recording this video. Aside from that mini event regarding 5 years of the return of Legos Island, and 3 years of Operation Legos Island. And speaking of which, we actually have one item from it, which is the Operation Legos Island 3rd Anniversary hat. Now, I know I said that this was only going to be exclusive to that mini-event. However, I also realized that November 9th was not only known for the 4-year anniversary since we created the world of Zolzak 3 that we have today, but it was also the 3-year anniversary since the first ever Operation Legos Island 2019 finale. Basically, just the first ever Operation Legos Island finale. So I thought I would bring it back in celebration of the 3rd anniversary of the first ever finale in Operation Legos Island. So yeah, that's just a little something. And yes, you may have noticed where I placed it. Right next to this guy. It honestly makes total sense here. And finally, after over nearly 2 freaking hours, I'm finally done. It may not seem like it's 2 hours. In reality, it is actually. Anyway, holy frick, I'm finally done. I can finally go to sleep and recover my voice again. Because, I need that. And with that being said, see you in the next video, which is on November 12th. At least, well, not in actual terms of actual videos on this channel. No. We're talking Legos Island, of course. Happy 700th episode of Legos Island. Here is to 800 on May 29th, 2023, which is Memorial Day 2023, which is 1 day after the 5-year anniversary of Memorial Day events on this island. That's actually pretty funny. It's literally 1 day after the 5-year anniversary since we started making Memorial Day events on this island. Dude, that would have been so cool if we hit it exactly 5 years after. Oh well. At least we already have something to celebrate that day anyway. Cave of Adventures 4th anniversary. Anyway, aside from that, I forgot to mention I would finally also show you that free item room 17 at the end of the video. Let me do that real quick, and then we're done. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Yep, it's actually filled with stuff now. All of the items we just collected within the past hour. Yep, that's right. All of them. And holy frick, I am very proud of myself for collecting all these items. Now, next up, after that, we would of course have Operation Blackout, which would contain 6 items, 1 per mission. Jungle Temple 4th anniversary. Other side of the island 4th anniversary. The HQ 3rd anniversary after now having an anniversary last year. And then lastly, but not least, to wrap up the entire year, we have the 2022 Advent Calendar. And, I do have all those items planned, and, you'll know what they are when the actual Advent Calendar occurs this December in around, 20 days. Alright, see you in the next episode, and hopefully next time my voice will actually be recovered by then. That would be nice. Dang. That was one heck of a 700th episode. We're probably going to go even more nuts for 800, I'm going to assume. I'm going to call it right now.